Any decisions made yet on if you're going to play in the preseason, or you don't know yet?
No, I'm sure we'll have a conversation here, either impromptu, maybe walk through tonight, or in Carolina. We had some time. I'm sure we'll talk, or next week. I don't know.
What are these benefits? I mean, obviously, you know better than anybody what you need out there, but what can be the benefits of playing? What's the back and forth in terms of what you and Robert would talk about?
Well, nobody likes to play anymore, and nobody likes to show anything either. I mean, our offense that day against Washington was, you guys saw it. That's not our offense. We didn't run any of our stuff. You watch today's practice, and you watch that practice, and you're thinking, which one is it? Well, it's this one. You just saw. That's the offense. So even in joint practice, you're not going to get a ton of stuff. Washington played a couple snaps at jam. They brought, in the game, they blitzed the back 3 times, played jam a couple times. It wasn't like they were doing a lot. Preseason is not what it used to be. It's to see if young guys, once the lights go on and the pads go on and the tackling happens, if they can show up or if they don't. So what's there to gain? Just going out there and being back on the field in a situation where you could get hit. But the way we get after our defense today, after the next few days, a few times we go against them, I'm going to be worried about getting hit as well.
Are there any under-the-radar guys maybe that have stuck out to you in camp that you think deserves a shout-out?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of guys. I think there's a lot of guys up front who've been playing really well. I think Chris Glazer's had a really nice camp. With Jake going down early, it opened up more opportunities for him at center. I think he's done a really nice job. I think Wes is a Swiss Army knife type of guy up front. He can play all 3 positions on the interior. He's done a really good job. There's a lot of guys that stand out that you expect to play well, but when they do so quickly, I think you got to recognize them. I think Olu has looked very, very comfortable for a first-year guy. Obviously, Braylon and Isaiah showed up in the game and did some really, really nice things. Obviously, wasn't too big for him. So really, really proud of those guys. Other guys that have stood out, I think Lance has had a real nice offseason, did some good things for us at the end of last year. Has made some plays. Love to see him get some opportunities this week. Yeah, there's a lot of guys fighting for spots on the back end of those position groups. Will be some really interesting decisions.
Nate and you work so well together. What does draw you guys so tight?
Well, we speak the same language, West Coast language. Over the years, we kind of grew up in the system together. But it's the conversations you guys don't see. It's in the meeting room, after the meetings are broken and we're talking about different things and ideas and text messages at night, or the thing, I go to bed and can't sleep and I'm thinking about some ridiculous adjustment to some play, and I come in and share it with them, and the ability to refine some of the ideas and then just go out and trust and practice the things that we like to do. So there's a lot of creativity. He likes to repeat calls, which I like, and then he's adaptable. I think if you look at our offense, and you guys would know, last year's training camp, this year's training camp, I feel like it looks a lot different.
I think it was a couple weeks ago you said you're somewhere like 95% or whatever. You need to roll out a little more. You need to make. We saw a bunch of that today. We saw you run for a first down. Are these things you need to see? Are you getting to that point where you feel all the way?
Yeah, I feel like I have an extra gear that I haven't shown yet. I'm not sure how much of an extra gear that is. But in my mind, maybe that's just pushing me. I got maybe a little bit more I can give. But being able to move in the pocket and still make throws and then extend a play is something I'd love to be able to do. It can be an extra little bonus with the offense. But plays like today make me feel like I'm ready to go.
Do you ever think about it when you're out there playing?
No, I don't. I only think about it after a play like that, and I think, oh, okay, put that one in the bank there. Now I'm 98%.